Like so many things in life, the world of CCTV is progressing so quickly these days. Long gone are the days when a CCTV camera just gave you a horrible grainy old image that was really difficult to make anything out. In this video, I'm going to explore some of the ways in which modern advanced features of CCTV systems can help in shops and restaurants. Modern CCTV systems have maybe about a dozen or so different advanced features built into them, and there are 4 or 5 of those which I think are particularly suited for shops and restaurants. So I'm going to dive in and discuss each of those now. The first feature we're going to look at is line crossing. Basically what happens with this, in the settings on the camera, we draw a virtual line across part of the view. If an object moves from one side of the line to the other side of the line, it sets up an alert. Now, for retail and restaurant use, you could put that line at the entrance door, so it will tell when someone has moved in from the outside into the shop or restaurant. That can then set up an alert in the back office saying that you've got a customer that needs to be seen to, and your staff can go down to the shop front if there's no one there already and see to the visitor. The second thing we're going to look at is cross-counting. Now, this is an advancement of the previous line crossing detection scenario, and it literally counts the number of times that line has been crossed. Now, this is quite good for management of shops and restaurants. It will count the number of visitors that come in through the entrance door, for instance, and if you then compare that with the number of sales made, then you can tell how well your staff are doing at actually selling to the people that come into the shop. I said there were 4 or 5 features that would be suitable for shops and restaurants, and I'm going to deal with the next 2 kind of as the same thing because they are very, very similar. One is called crowd density, and the other is queue length detection. Now, they're both useful for shops and retailers because a lot of shops will have a number of staff that permanently stay at the front of the store to serve customers. And that might be quite a minimal number. And if you get a large number of customers in at one time, then they could do with a bit of help. So with either with a queue length detection or crowd density function enabled, your system can tell when there's a lot of people in that are waiting to be served and when your staff down there need a bit of help. And that can then set up an alert that comes through to you in the back office, and you can send more people down to help out and get the numbers down. This will help greatly with customer satisfaction because they won't be hanging around for a long time waiting to be served. The last area which we're going to look at is quite a controversial one, and that's facial recognition. Now, of course, with any facial recognition, what you're doing is keeping a record of people's faces on your system, and for that reason, you have to comply with all the local data protection GDPR regulations. But assuming you're doing that fine, then there's a couple of ways that I think facial recognition can help retailers and restaurant owners. The first is to put your staff members on the allowed list. And what could happen here is you have a camera facing the staff entrance door. When it sees the staff member coming up to the door, it unlocks for them and then relocks once they've come in. This would stop people that aren't staff members coming into your private areas of your shop. Second way of doing it is when you have people that you've asked not to come into your shop, you pop their faces onto the blocked list. Now, if the system recognises someone that's on the blocked list, it can send an alert to the management, letting them know that this person has entered the shop. It can also set off sirens and strobe lights to act as a deterrent for them coming in. Now, it may well be that they hear the sirens, see the strobes going off, realise that they've been detected going into the shop that they know they're not supposed to be in, and that might well persuade them to leave the shop quickly, in which case, all well and good. If you found this video helpful, it would be really helpful to us if you could like or follow or subscribe to us on your favourite social media platform. Thank you.